The Case of the Bird Feeder Theft, written and illustrated by Bonnie Ferguson. Curly and Spot sat back to admire their work. "Our bird feeder's almost finished," said Curly. Spot and Curly were building a bird feeder to put them in the Spot backyard. Rufus, their friend, was supposed to be helping them, but instead he was lying on the ground playing with a bone. "Rufus," said Curly, "if you're not going to help us, then what the other dog asked to put up the bird feeder? You won't be able to say that you did." Rufus jumped up. The three puppies lived in a neighborhood that had a conversation center in the middle of it. Every good dog was a good conversationist and part of the conversation club. Rufus looked around Curly's garage. That was where they were building the birdhouse. When he finally what he was looking for, he picked it up in his mouth and brought it to Curly. "Let's see this paint to the bird feeder," he said. "No," Spot said. "We need a waterproof paint so that when it rains, the bird feeder inside won't get wet, so that the bird feeder won't get ruined." "I like blue paint," Rufus whined. "Well, it's still use blue, just on that waterproof," Curly said. She picked up a different can of paint, and Rufus got up on the floor where he had been pounding. When the bird feeder was finished being painted, the puppies filled with the bird food. Then Spot got out of pale black paint and put a paw print on the wall of the little feeder. "Now it has a symbol," he said. All three of the puppies were in a conversation club called Paw Print Club. After the bird feeder had been hung up, the puppies sat and watched the bird eat it from it. "This is a good time to put up a bird feeder," said Curly. "It's almost winter. It would be happier in winter if I were a bird," said Rufus. Except that I might wake up really hungry right in the middle that night." Right after dinner, Spot went into his yard to look at the bird feeder one last time. It was empty. Spot was surprised. He hadn't thought that the bird would have been able to eat all the seeds so fast. Spot filled the bird feeder again. That night when Spot went out to sleep on the porch, he looked at the bird feeder again. It was already empty. "Hey, something fishy's going on around here," said Spot. He decided to talk to it with Curly and Rufus the next day. And when he went to sleep, when Spot woke up, the first thing he did was to go look around the bird feeder for some clue. He saw some paw print on the ground. Spot went and found Curly. They woke up Rufus by howling in his ear. Then the puppies ran to Spot's house. Rufus put his nose to the ground and started smelling. "Squirrel!" he barked. "Yeah, I always said that they were troublemaker." Rufus liked to chase squirrel. Spot thought for a moment. "Why would the squirrel want to eat the bird feeder?" he asked Rufus. The puppy hid in the bush after lunch. Rufus wasn't sleepy this time. He wanted to catch a squirrel culprit. There was a rustle in the leaf, and the squirrel was bounding toward the bird feeder. Just as he reached it, a basket fell on him. "We caught him," Rufus said happily. The basket moved around. Rufus pounced on it. Curly peered through the gaps in the basket at the squirrel. Spot had placed the basket in a tree. We tied the basket to the bird feeder with string. When the bird feeder moved, the basket fell. "Why are you stealing from the bird feeder?" The squirrel looked up at the Curly. "I can't find enough nut for the winter," it said. "Too many trees have been cut down." Curly looked at Spot. "Let's make a squirrel feeder," she said. "No," said Rufus. "Not for the squirrel." He looked down at the little creature and squalled. Then he looked at Curly and changed his mind. "Okay, let's make one," he yelled. "Look at that." Kind of like Rufus said that, and then he looked at Curly faces. And you have to say, when you're a boy and you have a very best friend who's a girl, I'm actually a girl, and when you want to help each other, but the boy kind of like not want to help, and it's kind of like making dirty faces at him, and he kind of, okay, I'll change my mind. Okay, so when Rufus looked at Curly Face, he said, okay, let's make one. He yelped. I mean, okay, we can make one, just don't do anything. Yeah, this was kind of funny. Thanks for coming. Bye.